There we go. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. We took a one weekend hiatus for our Labor Day weekend, and now we're back for some more D&D.
Also, I have a question, DM. So technically we leveled up, but we hadn't taken a long rest or anything. So
that is correct. So your max HP is higher, your hit points would be where they were left at.
Okay, cool. Alright. Alright, did we get our friend Alexandria inside?
Yeah, she's underneath the boat with you. It's getting a little cramped for space in there as you're all sort of like prone, essentially, underneath this boat.
Sir, what's your name?
My name's Guppy.
Guppy. Oh my. Oh jeez, you look just... Sorry in advance, but you just look absolutely rotten, and like, is there anything I can do to help? We can like share water, but like, do you want to stick with us?
I don't really have good odds out here, do I?
Well, we'll help you. We made it out of some weird place over there. We all kind of woke up. It was me, Alexandria, and we got one person outside named Perry, and he was there with us. They were like, we've been... You know Perry.
She was with me when I was taken.
You know Perry?
Yeah,
I think this person knows you! Perry!
Someone knows me?
Yeah, I think their name was Guppy!
Immediately, Perry would run over to the boat and probably try breaking the hole.
yeah, give me an attack roll.
We're like lifted up, but Perry's just like break through everything.
I mean, it's effective.
It is.
Certainly.
I got a 21.
Yeah, more than enough to just smash a big chunk of the boat open. And you smash your way in, and you see Alexandria, and a very exhausted, tired-looking Guppy prone on the ground.
Guppy! She's gonna run immediately up to him.
He holds one hand out to you. Pity, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, neither do I, buddy. It's okay. And she's gonna pull out her water skin and give him a lot of water.
Can he be trusted? Alexandria says, like looking at Perry and watching this exchange between them.
Couldn't hurt a fly, so yeah.
What's a fly? Just kidding. Just kidding. It's a joke, guys. Gotta have some humor when we're in these situations.
Debatable, but
when one of us hasn't seen the sun, anything is possible.
that was a low blow. That was a low blow, sir. I mean, ma'am, that was low.
Oh, ma'am, not sure.
It was a low blow.
I'm giving Guppy like...
Guppy, how long do you reckon you've been here?
I suppose... well, for the time I was passed out, maybe... It was cold earlier, and it's warm now, so it might have been night. Maybe 6 hours, maybe more, maybe less.
Alright. Well, we can deal with that. And you said something pulled you into the water.
Yeah. It was along the beach. I'm not super sure what it was. I just felt something around my ankle. And I was dragged along the beach and then into the water and then woke up on the shore of an island.
And then how did you get from the island to here?
Well, I was on the island, and then next thing I know, I was sitting there, I was playing chess with some strange man, and I blinked, and I was standing on a boat in the middle of the water, and there I was. And then, like I said, the wave came and overturned the boat, and I woke up here underneath.
Sounds rough. Glad you're here. Kind of.
Oh, I'm glad you're
Not
here,
really.
Petey, but I wish neither of us were here.
You know where here is?
I don't have any idea.
How dehydrated does he look?
He, in a game sense, it looks like he's probably suffering from about 2 levels of exhaustion.
Yeesh. Okay. Well then, yeah, I'm gonna give him like half of my water.
Sure. You give him half your water. It certainly helps. He goes, Petey, what are we gonna do? Well,
We're gonna get out of here. I don't know. We're gonna make it out. Promise.
I trust you, Petey.
We'll help you. I'm always happy to help.
Do you have any ideas? We gotta get out of this heat.
The only thing I saw out there was a big canyon walls and then some mountains. Now, if my geography classes treat me right, I think that mountains sometimes mean water. That might be a good first step.
Do you think we can get to them? How far away do they seem?
It's going to be a long ways away, so it's going to be quite a journey. I didn't see anything closer though.
I don't know if I can make that, Petey.
I'll carry you.
It's gonna be...
Well, that's sweet and all, but you need your strength too. But you mentioned earlier, Guppy, right? That
Yes.
it was cold and then it was warm?
That's right.
Does it ever get cold here? Does the sun ever get cold? Does night still come?
The sun never gets cold. I mean, do you not understand?
She's new here.
Not
I
familiar
believe
with
it
the
was-
sun, okay?
It could have been night. I mean, I couldn't really tell until... Well, now that I think about it, yeah, when those things came and tried to get in, after they left, it was night outside.
So what if...
So those things came at night.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, what if we just chilled in here, rested up, and then, when it gets cooler and the sun isn't the sun, we go out. But there might be some of those creatures that attacked you, but we might be able to make it farther because it's not as hot.
Are you strong? Those things, I can't even imagine. They punctured through the whole of the ship like it was paper.
Did you not see me pick up the ship just now?
Yeah, Goldilocks.
And your friend
Goldilocks is
Perry
pretty strong.
just went bam, bam, bam.
I don't know,
Like-
pretty strong, but...
Yeah.
Alright.
Go trust us, mate.
So, is this you attempting to take a short rest within the cover of the boat?
Do we want to do a long rest?
How long
If you do a
until-
long
If
rest,
it's only-
you'll all suffer from at least 1 point of exhaustion from staying in the heat for an entire day, essentially.
Short rest.
We could head
I
back
don't-
and long rest in the...
Oh, yeah, why... Is the building super hot too, or was the building cooler?
It was like room temperature deep in the tomb.
We should go back.
What if... Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like a good idea to me.
Yeah? Alright. I think we should head back, take a nice long rest there where it's safe, it's cool, maybe get a little bit of hydration into our friend Guppy here, and then take off at night towards mountains.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Question, DM: is this hole now
Yes.
large enough for all of us to crawl through?
Yeah, for sure. You just took out
All right.
a big chunk of the boat.
There's no
Anything else here that's like worth it?
Yeah, I was literally about to
As
ask
you
that, like,
step
if we were
out
to...
from the boat, you see something that was not there before. You actually see a person standing
Great.
atop one of the dunes of sand nearby, holding a bow in their hand,
Oh,
pointed not at you, but downwards. Give me a perception check,
Alexandra was like,
everyone.
I'm ready.
Alex! Wait, say that again, sorry.
A
Say
perception
the last
check.
part again.
Natural 20.
So I got a 19. Very
Okay.
close. Not quite
very
that
nice.
20, but I got a 22.
I got 24.
That's the first
Okay.
nat 20 of the day.
And Puri?
I got a 12.
Okay.
You're
you don't
so
notice
worried
this,
about Guppy.
But
Yeah.
Electra and Alexandria are doing a quick scan, and now that you've seen someone real quick, you shift your glance around a little bit. You see behind you, two opposite sides, are two other humans with bows that are atop it. So they've got you in like a triangle sort of formation around this boat. And one of them calls out to you. The first one you saw. Name yourselves.
Alexandria immediately pulls out her short bow and points it
I
at the ground.
wouldn't, girl.
Electra's just gonna like try her best to like put her
No,
hand
like
on it.
I don't raise it. Alexandria
Oh.
just like has it like prepped at the
Oh,
ground the
got
same
it.
way. Not raised at them at all, but just like,
Gotcha.
holding on to
Alexandria
it.
takes a defensive stance, and Electra's like, "Hi, I'm Electra."
What are you?
How you doing?
What are you doing this far out? There's no. You're very far from Moor. And this guy talking, gives you a closer look. You're not from Moor, are you?
Do we look like we're from here?
You certainly
Yeah,
do.
I was gonna say it nicer, but she's done the job.
What are your intentions out here?
Stay alive.
Alexandria like side glances at Electra and is just like,
You with the bow. Can you say the same? Or are you here for something else?
I'd like to stay alive too. I think that's an adequate response.
And you, one with red hair.
Trying to get out.
Get out of where?
This desert.
Get out of desert. That you just be serious with us.
No, I think they're serious. Do you know where we are?
You're in the sands of Soot.
Do you know how to get away from here?
To where? And where would you go? Go where? There is no else.
No shelter, no city, no nothing around here.
Water, no sun.
No sun. There is one city. It is far from here. You'll never survive that journey. One of the other ones pipes up. It appears to be a woman, and she shouts over. They might be like Harold. And the first one looks back to you. By what means did you arrive in this place?
Magic. Bad
Magic.
magic. Bad magic.
We
Bad
were pulled from our
magic.
homes and all awoke here.
Perry isn't answering. She's just probably trying to take care of Gubby.
Fair. They're gonna think about this. Okay. We should take you to get demo. We will know what to do with you. Will you come with us willingly, or shall we leave you for the sand?
Where are you going? Like that. It's a little bit of a weighted question there.
We're going back to see Safari. This is
Who?
our home. Siege Afarieh? It is our home. It is close by.
Is there
Okay,
shade there?
There is
What?
shade.
Is there water? Water?
That depends on who you are.
Okay. Well, that's not a no. So I reckon, and she's going to turn to her people and say, this actually might be not a terrible idea.
I agree. I think it's our smartest option. It's either that or we stay in that dangerous
And
tomb.
remember, there was still something in one of those, like, coffins, and it was, like, trying to get out.
I don't think we're gonna figure anything else out if we stay here, but maybe if we go with them, we can get answers. We just, Alexandria, like, kind of steps closer to the group, but, like, drops her voice. It's just like, keep your guards up. We don't know if we can trust them or what their deal is yet, but I think going with them is our best option.
I suppose, yeah.
Perry,
And
do
then
you
maybe
need
we
help
can
with Guppy?
I'll be fine.
Okay.
Maybe we have some medical stuff.
We will go willingly.
Okay. You may come with us. Keep your weapons sheathed. Understand?
Alexandria, like, lets out a huff.
I
then
love Joe's gonna,
finally-
like, give her a little tiny wink and, like, whisper, like, magic.
Alexandria just glares and just, like, puts away the bow.
Gotcha.
But slides a hand to probably one of her daggers on her side, but does not take anything out.
Okay. Piri, I guess you're gonna carry Guppy, or at least give him assistance.
Yeah.
He's walking in and
I'm
about.
giving him a piggyback.
Gotcha. So
Whether he
you
wants it or not.
right. You do walk for another about 3 miles in the heat. Alexandria and Electra, give me a Constitution saving throw. Oof.
Oh no.
Oh, hot diggity damn, that's a 7.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
So Alexandria, you're okay. Electra, you'll have to go through your water if you want to make it to where you're going without taking a point of exhaustion.
Yeah, well. She's not very intelligent, so she probably will.
Drink the water?
She'll probably just be like, oh, I'm thirsty, and she'll drink it.
That's fine. Okay, so you do walk for another bit of time, and you arrive at these southern canyons. There's sort of a part where it like comes in to like a half crescent where it comes into the canyons, and you see that when you arrive, that the desert comes to a halt right at this sheer cliff face of the canyon, and it just goes on for miles in either direction, but the sand recedes at the base of this wall of like this red and beige stone, and you do begin to see other people. There's sparse plots of land in the shade of this canyon wall that seem to be tended to by a few individuals and like loose clothing. These would be a few dusty children running around. There's some sparse plant cultivation going on here. The thing that definitely catches your eye, though, is that there's like buildings in the sense of like construct, like scaffolding, but like structured in the form of like ramparts or barracks, sort of like just snaking up part of the cliff wall here. So like guard posts essentially, that are like cliffside attached. And there's a few entrances that appear to lead into the cliffside, that are just like cave entrances. It appears like the individual you were talking to earlier says, "We are going to go inside and get our leaders to determine what to do with you. If you would wait here, not that you have any other option, we will be back shortly. Understood?"
All right.
Yeah.
Good. The one goes inside. The other two that were there kind of fan out a bit, keeping an eye on you from a distance. A few minutes pass, and then you see someone emerge from the cave. You see a man step out. He's wearing this like ritualistic clothing that appears like equally religious as it is practical for combat. He's wearing leathers. He's got a lion headdress, and just other animalistic motifs on his person. He appears lightly armored, but an exposed torso reveals just a map of like scars and battle wounds. And his body is visibly defined due to like a lack of regular sufficient water intake. So he just looks like super muscly. He's got a deep shade of brown to his skin tone. He's got like taut wrinkles that would suggest that he's spent just countless days in the sun. He steps out. He has a spear in one hand. He crosses his arms, watches you, and he doesn't say anything.
Hi, I'm Electra. I like your lion.
Should wait to talk with you.
Oh.
Just wait a few more minutes. She should be coming soon. And surely enough, a few minutes later, another woman steps out from the cave entrance. She wears a waistcloth that reaches just below her knees. She's adorned with like ceremonious animal bones and feathers. She has a hyena headdress. And there's like a scarf-like cloth that's draped across her upper chest and back that leaves her midsection and shoulders exposed. She has a similar...
Cute!
She has a similar skin tone to the man she stands beside, but with a lack of scars and not nearly as many wrinkles from sun exposure. She appears to be in like her mid to late 40s. And there was one other woman who follows behind her that doesn't step up besides the other two, but kind of hangs back a bit. This woman steps out. She's wearing a bright blue robe with gold trimming. She has a white shawl over her head. Her arms, she's wearing a few brass bracelets. She wears a brass amulet around her neck and has hoop earrings. She has warm olive skin. But she looks a bit different than the other two because she has these youthful, elegant features. She doesn't really have any blemishes to her skin. So the two that are closest to you, the people with the headdresses, the woman speaks up. So these are the people that I brought back. It's not often we find spare souls in the desert wandering about. This is Suit's chosen territory. You're clearly not from Muhar. He says you appeared from strange magics.
Yeah.
Would you care to elaborate?
Well, hi, I'm Electra. Nice to meet you. Well, I ended up, kind of getting swarmed in a really bad dream, sort of swallowed by darkness, and woke up in some kind of temple-y burial tomby thing with my 2 companions, and then we found our 4th companion just outside. It's been really weird. But it's really nice to meet you. You're gorgeous, by the way. Love the hyena.
This is flattery.
It's just I like it.
I am Nehira. This is a demo.
Sorry, one more time.
I am Nehira.
Nehira.
This
What?
is a demo.
Edem.
Yeah,
Electra.
Lecter. This is strange name.
She's gonna open her mouth, and then she's gonna you just see her face, and she's just biting her tongue and smiling.
And the other 2 with you that have not spoken.
She's gonna nudge Alexandria.
Can they
Alexandria
speak?
listens
Yes, they're my companions. They arrived via similar means. She's gonna now look over to Piri and be like, okay, your turn.
Fog enveloped me.
Sorry?
Fog enveloped me. I'm with him, and she kind of bounces Guppy her back upwards.
I do not know this fog you speak of. Well,
Alexandria lowers her hood and then just goes, "I'm Alexandria, and I was swallowed by mist." And then nods respectfully.
neither do we know this mist you speak of. We everyone give me a perception check real quick.
Ooh. 8.
10.
3,
Ooh.
Piri? Okay. You don't notice anything. But you do see the woman that was behind the other 2 steps up behind them, puts one hand on the arm of the woman, whispers something in her ear, and steps back. They say, "Let it not be said that those chosen are merciless people. It's just that it is not often we are required to give aid. As water is so precious, you must understand, we cannot exactly freely give it out to any wayward souls."
I actually can help with that. If you can help me get a good nap in, I can 100% help you get more water.
Nahira looks over to Atemu. They mutter something in quiet. Atemu speaks up. He goes, "You can help with the water."
Yep, absolutely. I am very talented.
Care to explain before we consider letting you inside?
Yeah, so first off, I'm a cleric. Cleric for my dad. His name's on here. Not sure if you've heard of him. He's great. Super nice. Kind of sent me on a weird thing, though, how I ended up here. Not really sure. We're just going to blow past that. So if I take a good nap in the morning, I can do a little bit of my little ritual kind of thing and make sure I go through all of my spells. And I actually have a spell where I can create water as long as I have one little drop.
Do you speak for one of the gods then?
Sure.
Which?
Honor? Do you know him?
There is no god honor in this place. There is no
All right.
god honor.
Well, I'm not from here. Yeah.
You suggest there are other gods. I'd be careful with your words.
Right. Well, it's all good. Doesn't matter. We can just ignore that part. But I promise you, I can get you water.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Okay. Let us try. 23.
Okay. He gives you a look over, looks to Nahira. Nahira speaks up. You don't appear to be lying, so we will let you in for now, but stay out of trouble. Understand we will not necessarily give you access to water right away until we have properly searched you and made sure you are not a threat to our people. Keep this in mind. Life in the desert is harsh. All of us here know our way around the weapon. Understood?
Well, I commend you for that.
Congratulations.
Alexandra just nods.
Cool. You, they turn to head inside and they motion as if it's acceptable for you to follow.
Lecture will sort of bow and then follow.
Alexandra will motion for Puri and Guppy to go and then go last behind them.
She'll go then.
Understood. As you guys are walking in, give me one more perception check. This is unrelated to the last one.
I'm doing good. I got a 6.
7.
I got, hold on. I think my modifier is 17 plus 3. That is a dirty 20.
Alexander, you catch off to the side as you're walking in a sort of structure on the ground level that looks like a stable, and you catch a glimpse of a large beast in there you don't recognize. It doesn't appear to be a mammal or anything. It appears to be chitinous, and it appears it has a handler in there attending to it. As you're heading inside, you catch a glimpse of something like that. So, what's that?
I just say Alexandra notes that.
Gotcha. So you head inside. Nahira departs. Atemu begins to escort you through the caves here. Essentially, they're living in caves by and large. It seems like there's living areas carved out of either natural tunnels or there's man-made tunnels here where they've established living areas and areas for other separate things. He leads you to this central area where it's sort of like an opening into a ravine in this canyon where there's an outdoor area with a couple people milling about. And there's one gnarled tree in the center of this area with yellowed leaves. Atemu sits down at some seating areas on some cushions. He motions for you all to join him.
Electra will sit down in the nearest cushion.
Okay.
Alexandria, the farthest one.
Okay. Period, you join them?
Yeah.
Okay. You sit down, and as you do, Atemu casts a glance over to a person off the side, snaps his fingers, points to Guppy, and tells him, "Tend to this man." And you see another human, young man, comes up, and he says, "May I take your friend from you?"
He's gonna stare at him for 2 seconds and then nod and give him.
He grabs Piri, calls someone else over, grabs Piri on the other shoulder, so they have his arms on both their shoulders, and they walk him off somewhere else. Atemu sits down. He pulls a leaf from a pocket-like thing. He bites a bit off of it and begins chewing it. Understand, we cannot simply let you coast by here and expend our resources. What exactly are all of you capable of? How long have you been in the desert?
We've been here in the desert maybe a day.
And are you travelers? I mean, I can tell some of you are brandishing weapons. Actually, most of you, aside from when we just carried off, are brandishing weapons.
Yeah, he's a fisherman.
And you are?
I'm a mercenary. A merc.
Mercenary. Very unheard of around these parts. And you, Tulector, you say you are cleric.
Yeah. I learned how to fight, and I learned some magic, and I use those to sort of defeat any evil that tries to sort of worm its way in. I like good things.
And you, one with the pointy ears, lest I say the rarest sight of all among these companions of yours.
A little bit of everything, I suppose. I have a little bit of a soldier, guard background. That's of interest.
Understood. I will consider your abilities and see where we can put you to work if you intend to stay with us for any period of time, which I imagine you will. The desert is unforgiving to those who do not know how to navigate it. There are quarters we will prepare for you shortly. You may stay there. You have free reign to wander about most of the area, but we've already stationed individuals at areas you are not permitted access to at this time. Don't try to enter those places. Understood?
Gotcha.
Absolutely. I also have some healing abilities, if that's of any use to you. I'd like to spread all my thanks to you for taking us in.
We have speakers of suit who care for us. But now that we have formalities out of the way, as strangers in this land, surely you have questions.
Yeah, I got one. How far is the desert go across?
How far does the desert go across? In which direction?
Any direction. Where's the closest non-desert?
What do you mean non-desert?
Like a beach, some plains, hills, mountains.
Woods.
Mountains not far from here, but there's nothing to be found up there. Woods we know of from books, but never have seen. There are oases in the desert. The largest settlement in Harakir, this is what this region is called, is there is the city of Mukhar on the oasis there. That is far to the northwest.
Lovely. Thanks.
Aside from that, there are other oases, but you may find them less than hospitable.
Pardon me, but you mentioned something about books. Do you have scholars here, or a library, or an archive of information?
In this place, we have some scrolls, mostly religious. There are few not of that. We keep track of other things. The scholars among us, I use the term lightly, more the those that shape Earth and those that speak for Soot are the intellects among us. Keep some records.
What deities and gods do your people worship?
We are Soot's chosen. We are followers of Soot. Soot is one who sows despair and discord. There are other gods that we also pay tribute to, although we are not directly associated with them, as they have in part forsaken our existence. We have been adopted, could you say, as Soot's chosen. The other gods are Al-Noor, the one who guards, one who judges the fate of the dead, the Great Bull. There is Esse, who presides over life and the living. There is Neb, who guards the path of the dead. There is Oru, who orders the heavens and all beneath. There is Osa, who controls death and the dead. There is Sek, who heals the sick and cultivates life. And there is Soot, as I mentioned, our patron.
And what does your patron represent?
Despair and discord is what Soot sows. We are the harvest from despair and discord. The wayward, scattered, who found their way here in the desert. There are many among us who were once from another life but have found new purpose with Soot. Criminals, lost souls, bandits, murderers. Now reborn again with the grace of Soot. Most of us, however, have been born and raised here in Sea Jafaya. All we know is the desert.
I would love to read your religious scrolls.
This can be arranged. Is there anything else before I go tend to my duties?
Are there any laws or beliefs against those who are not quite human?
You mean like you with the pointed ears? Elf. Is this what you mean?
Yes.
There are no laws against your existence, but your kind is far and few between. The majority of elves in this place are wild and frequently in conflict with our people. You clearly are not of the wild elves, though, so we take no issue with you at the moment.
And your people won't as well?
No. Just stay out of harm's way and don't get into trouble, and we won't have a problem.
Noted.
Yeah, can we rest our heads somewhere?
Sure. There is those quarters we have mentioned. They should be ready by now. I will have someone escort you there. And as he says this, you see the woman from earlier, who was wearing the blue robes with the white shawl, pipes up. I can actually take them myself, Temu. And goes, very well, I'll now take you. And he gets up and walks away. The woman in blue steps up. Hello, I am Anna. I will take you to your quarters.
Lovely.
Right. And if I may, when we arrive, I would have words with you all.
Love it. Perfect.
She leads you through the tunnels to a little, again, essentially just dug out a small room. There's enough room for about 5 people in here. It's small living quarters. There's just like mats on the floor of like hay and stuff. Or not necessarily hay, but just a dried grass with like a linen fabric put over top of them. And she sits on a stool. She says, as I said, I am Anna. She looks at Alexandria. You are not the first young elfin woman to wind up in this forsaken place. And she pulls her shawl back, and you see that she's also an elf, a high elf.
Oh.
Tis good you, like me, did not wind up too far from these people when you arrived in this place. I believe there are many, on the rare occasion that someone does arrive, that are not so fortunate.
Well, thank you for your hospitality and taking me and my friends in. It's an honor to be here.
That's a word for it, I suppose. I believe, like you. I imagine you, like you said, came from somewhere else. I can say the same for myself. This is not my first home. I can tell you now that in the traveling I have done, albeit not much, I never found an end to the desert. I never found a way back, not that I necessarily was searching for one. And yes, he's correct, the wild elves are different. I only came across them once, and it very nearly became a battle. They did not care much for that I was an elf. They are different. We are different elves from them. I mean, the elves that exist in this place, wild is truly a way to describe them. They have been native to this place for who knows how long. If I may, I suggest you to find a way to work your ways into some favor with either Nahira, Etemu, or both of them if you're to remain here for any period of time. Otherwise, your stay might not last long.
How do you recommend that I go about that?
Well, Etemu values strength, duty, commitment. Nahira values the same things, but in different regards. She's focused on the devotion to suit. You could approach either of them and ask them specifically for a way to prove yourselves, but there is the option to, before you speak with them directly, you could make yourselves of use among the people. You could help Mohar. He is one of our suit speakers. He is currently preparing anti-venom. If any of you have knowledge of that, you could help him in his quarters prepare some anti-venom, for snakes are unfortunately very common in the desert. You could accompany one of the hunting parties out on a hunting or scouting trip. You could just intermingle with the people here, ease their apprehension towards your arrival. Alternatively, there's also the children. There are a few, but Etemu and Akirran both have a soft spot for the children. If the children like you, it might be easier to get Nahira and Etemu to like you.
Alexandria kind of looks to the companions and, nods.
Well, I shouldn't help you directly, or they will see I am influencing your motivations, and they will not consider your actions to be truly of your own. So I can provide you advice and guidance, but I will do so privately so as to not sway anything in or against your favor. I will leave you to your quarters.
Sorry.
You can find me if you need me. Goodbye for now. And she leaves.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Try.
Thank you.
So you're all now left alone in your quarters, albeit Guppy, who's somewhere else.
Yeah. I know nothing about poison. I mean, I know what it is, but...
I don't think I would be much help with that either.
I don't know a lot, but I can try. But I think first things first is a long rest. So I think Electra's going to try to wind down for one so that she can water.
Sure. Electra's hunkering down for a long rest. Piri and Alexandria, what are you doing?
I mean, I could use a rest.
Okay.
I don't really need a rest, but
You can wander about. That's certainly an option to you.
I think
I kind of want to tend to my
Alexandria,
skeleton stab wound.
not feeling like she needs to sleep yet is gonna get out of like your friend's way and go scope around, see what she could figure out a little bit. While you guys take a needed rest.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay. Piri and Electra hunker down for a long rest. Alexandria, are you looking for anything or anyone in particular, or are you just gonna sort of wander about and get a feel for the place?
I think I'm just gonna wander and get a feel for the place, and then if anything comes up, just whichever way the wind blows. Just
Cool.
go see what I see.
Give me a perception check as you wander about through these caves.
That is a 18.
18.
I'm good on perception today. Damn.
Okay. Yeah. So you begin wandering about through the caves. You certainly pass a handful of living areas, where people are either, just minding their own business, doing family stuff, or, working on some leather or like weapon sort of thing. As you pass through, you notice, like, as they said, a lot of these people look battle hard, and there's a few that sort of look like their roles mostly involve staying here and tending to things. But you certainly do pass the majority of people that you do look like they could 100% square up, and you're not super certain you'd be able to take most of them, at least not by yourself. They're certainly carry themselves with an alertness and a readiness to where, again, where those words are echoing in your mind that like life in the desert is harsh. These people are hardened to the difficulty of their surroundings. So you pass through these winding tunnels. You come across the first a tunnel that actually does have a guard stationed at it, who is sort of standing there, leaning up against the wall where it continues on. And he casts his gaze up at you. This was not for you to go in.
What does this guard look like?
He looks like a guy in his late 30s. He's got a clean-shaved face. He's got a bald head. He's wearing light equipment. He has a curved sword at his hip. And he just crossed his arms. He's wearing sandals. He's leaning up against the wall of this passageway.
Alexandria kind of like takes a step back, like, my bad, and smiles and says, "Thank you. I did not know that. I was wondering if you could point me to the direction of maybe your guards or hunting. I heard some things about that."
You speak of soothsayers, the hunters?
Or do you have like guards here? Like you? Like a central place?
I am not a god. I am a blade of soot. I just happen to be guarding this passageway. Normally, we have no need for guarding in this place, for the suits chosen are one.
Okay.
However, yes, you can find the hunter's quarters, and he explains how to get to them.
Okay. I don't think Alexandra's gonna go yet, but just has like that information and direction noted for the group if we wanna do anything with that.
Is there
I think
anything
I
else?
No. But thank you. And Alexandra's gonna turn and walk back
They will.
the other way. Wait, that's not the restricted.
Gotcha. You keep wandering through the tunnels. Along your way while you're walking, you do pass that area they described, the sort of hunter's quarters, if that's of any interest to you. Otherwise, you can carry on.
Can Alexandra just like peek in
Sure.
and just see what's going on at the moment?
You peek in. You can see there's two people in here wearing hides and leathers, although light ones. There's some leather that's being stretched out and dried. You can see this is probably towards the front of the tunnel system, as it looks like there's carved out stairs that lead up, and then there's light coming from outside, so this probably leads to one of those structures on the outside. There's a rack with a couple bows on it. There's a couple of different weapons in here made from bone, a few metallic weapons. You can see one is sort of working on a bow, attaching some teeth to it as a decorative sort of thing. And another one's sharpening a knife on a whetstone. They haven't noticed you yet, though.
Okay, I think Alexandra is gonna wait to interact and do stuff until the other two are awake. So I think Alexandra's just gonna duck out of the room and probably try to trail back. Oh my god, words are hard today. To our little quarters.
Sure. Give me just a raw intelligence check on your way back.
That's a 3.
As 3. Okay, you get a little mixed up in your way back. These tunnel systems are definitely foreign to you. And you wind up coming across another passageway that has two people stationed at it. Both of them have spears and shields, and they sort of arch an eyebrow as you approach. I'm sorry, this way is not for you.
I can see that. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit lost.
Are you looking for something?
I was looking for my quarters. My companions are resting, and I thought that it was time to return. But it seems that I've taken a few wrong turns.
I see. Well, they're probably back, and he describes roughly where your quarters probably are. And if you head back, you're able to make it there within, a little bit of time. You probably spend about an hour wandering around.
Can I say thank you to that guy before I leave?
Yeah, for sure.
The guard. I say thank you. Your name is?
My name is Samut.
Samut. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right, and then Alexandra's gonna go and try to get back to the other two.
Gotcha. Okay, so you make it back to your quarters. You did your little lap. What would you like to do? Hunker down or?
Yeah, if the other two aren't awake yet, then I feel like Alexandra is just gonna chill.
Cool. So all of you can take a long rest, get your health back up to maximum. Puri, you can actually spend some time attuning to those leather boots you found last time. If you would like to.
I will do that.
Cool. So what those are boots that
I'm gonna have to go. One of the stitches popped open from surgery.
Gotcha.
So I'm really sorry about that, but
Okay.
yeah. Okay, bye.
Catch you later. That's okay. All right. Essentially what those boots do is they as long as you're wearing them and being encumbered won't slow you down, and wearing heavy armor won't restrict your movement speed.
That's cool.
And it might do a couple other things, but I'm not sure if I have that pulled up. But yeah, essentially, that's what they are, the gist of them. So
Sweet.
you take your long rest, you wake up after those 8 hours, and there is a new day before you. You're more aware of it now, but like this place is like warm in the caves. It's not like as hot as the sun. It's not like you're in danger of like dehydrating here or anything. It's warm, and there's definitely a pervasive smell of like stagnation and like sweat in this place. Just because it's just a lot of people living in a hot cave system. And someone does come by in the morning with some water for all of you, just like a bowl of water for each of you.
Nice.
Right.
Love this. Would there be any
yeah.
question? Would there be any way to get like new clothes or more breathable clothes?
You could certainly ask around for some clothes.
Yeah, that's what Alexandra is gonna do on this lovely new morning.
Okay. Cool. And are you looking to replace like the armor you're wearing, or just like you want breathable clothes?
I'll keep my leathers, but just more like the underclothes, like because
Gotcha.
I imagine from Barovia, Alexandria isn't like thicker.
Yeah, for sure. So that's what Alexandria is gonna do. Puri, what are you gonna do?
After the long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Puri is Guppy here at all?
He's not with you now. He's somewhere else.
Okay.
You also don't know where because no one's told you.
Yeah, that's the problem. Well, she's gonna drink the water.
Yeah, sure. You drink the water. There's nothing wrong with it. It's
Yeah, I
fresh
drink the water too.
Good call.
Is Electra just passed out?
Yeah, she's lazy, sleeping in. But we can assume that she will wake up at some point and go find one of the suit speakers and talk to them about helping with water. So, are you guys leaving together to go do your things, or are you splitting up to go do your respective things?
Alexandria is just going to relay to Puri to be like, I'm going to go try to find some different underclothes and stuff. If you are also looking for that, that's great. I walked around a little bit, so I think I'm starting to get the hang of this place. I didn't see your friend, but you could look, we could look together. Whatever you want. Sometimes there's safety in numbers as much as I like to work alone.
Considering we've been just getting stares. Looks like daggers, sure.
Cool.
Okay.
So are you setting out to look for Guppy first, or to find somewhere or someone to help you with your clothes?
We can do the clothes things. He's probably passed out.
Gotcha. Okay.
Close first. Keep an eye out for medical or guppy signs.
Give me just an intelligence check to see if you can sort of find.
It'll be better.
Yeah.
It's just a straight intelligence check, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's an 18.
Okay. You think you could probably actually head back to where the hunters were, and they might be able to help you out with that situation?
All right, sweet.
Cool.
I found these little hunter. Wait, you could go. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say you begin heading that direction. Yeah, you start walking that way. So if you guys wanted to talk on the way there, you can. If not, no, okay. Anyway, you you get to the hunter's quarters. You're able to actually find your way back this time, and you see there's like only one person in there right now, kind of just sitting at a table, drinking some water. They also don't see you yet. Their backs to you.
Alexandria like whispers to Perry, "It would be bad if I just stole something. Like it would be bad."
I don't think so.
They watch us pretty closely, though.
Okay, got it.
Oh, Alexandria torn between, just wanting to be sneaky and like smart and not get screwed over right away, is gonna knock like on the door or the wall to announce that.
You see this figure turns around. You recognize this as the guy who found you yesterday. He goes, "Oh, outsiders, what can I do for you?" Are you here?
Have names. We're not just, we are outsiders, but like.
I have names too. You know my name?
Can't say I remember it, but if you tell me again, I won't forget.
Edfu.
Say that one more time.
Edfu.
Edfu, nice to meet you. I'm Alexandria, and this is my friend Piri, and Alexandria extends a hand in a very like Barovian exchange.
He cocks his head a bit, stands up, walks over, and shakes your hand. He goes, "And what can I do for you, Alexandria?"
I'm from a place where the sun doesn't shine, and it's a lot cooler than it is here. And I was wondering where I might be able to find or earn some more breathable clothing for under my leathers.
You have something to trade for this?
I have this well-made cloak.
You want
Depends.
to...
What is an adequate trade in
I
your
will
mind?
accept the garments you have that you would like to dispose of in exchange for some of our garments.
Then we have a deal.
We do. He goes over, he opens up a basket, rummages through, and he grabs some breathable clothing. And he goes, "This will suffice, yes." It looks like it was made indeed by people who live in the wilderness, in a cave. But it is certainly less heat problematic.
Okay. What color are these garments?
Beige.
Beige. All right.
And
Is there a place to change in here, or where would you like to do this exchange?
he looks around. You can step outside. He motions to the stairs up there. He goes, "Or find somewhere yourself."
Okay, fine. Alexandria will just duck outside to quick switcheroo,
Cool.
and then
You
Great.
step up. You step out onto the stairs. You step up out of the barracks. You see there is another guard up there who's just sort of scanning the horizon. He goes, "Outside, what are you doing up here?"
Told to come out here to change.
Why? You will change inside, yes?
Oh God. There's nowhere to change inside, and Edfu said that I could change on the steps here, so if you just will look away and offer me some privacy, it'll take me 10 seconds.
He shrugs. Ugh, proper. Looks off into the horizons.
Okay, good, yeah. Alexandria then is not shameful, just which
Yep,
is
you
out
swap
and then
your
goes up
clothes.
a new one. Yeah,
Yep.
and then goes back in.
Edfu takes the clothes from you. This is good quality. This is like city clothes. Very nice. We will find use for this. Good trade. And he goes over to the basket he got the other clothes from, puts it back in. So while you're here, might you consider carrying some of your weight around here? So you say, come with us perhaps on a hunt or scouts? If this is something you, of course, are capable of doing, or unless you intend to just lay about and drink our water.
Oh, does it look like I would intend to lay about? I am very skilled in those areas. Thank you very much.
I certainly can't tell that from looking at you, no. So, you intend to help, or you find something else to do?
I would love to help if there's openings, and if I may be of service.
This evening, we have two different parties heading out. One head by me, one head by Nazim. I am going to scout to the east, and Nazim is going to scout to the west. Nazim is more likely to hunt, while I am more likely to end up just scouting.
And I have a choice between these two groups?
I cannot force you to do any decision making right here, no.
Do I have to decide now, or could I decide this
Just
evening before we leave?
Come back this evening. We will meet here before hunt, conduct the prayer before we depart, and then head out.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
We shall see.
My friend here, we had
Yes.
an additional member of our party who was injured, and I was wondering if you possibly knew where we could look for them?
Probably with one of the suit speakers or priests, or the hero herself might be keeping an eye on him. You might have luck past the tree towards where the speakers reside.
Where do the speakers reside?
Yes, where the speakers reside. And he describes to you how to get to that area.
Noted.
Shall we be off?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. You head off, and after a few minutes of winding your way through the caves, you arrive at sort of an opening into a wider area, where you see there is a larger carved out section where there are a few nicer beds. Like, they're not just like mats on the ground; they're actual like wooden frames with like mattresses, air quote. It's just stuffed with something, and some pelts. And this is the priest's quarters. You see there is actually one priest here, tinkering with some things at a table. Looks like an alchemist's kit.
Alexandra just looks to Piri like, how do you wanna play this?
Harry's just gonna walk up, be like, You know where my friend is?
He startles. Who? Oh, one of you. Yeah, he's in the infirmary. Follow me. And he begins walking past you out.
Perfect. She's gonna follow.
Cool. You follow him. He just rounds one or two corners and walks into another caved area. It's like a small room. There's like one torch on the wall illuminating it. And there's no one in there except for Guppy, who's lying on a mat, leaning up against a wall. He definitely looks in better condition, but still is pretty drained. Beauty. Oh, good morning.
Good morning, Hank.
Right. So have you, given things a look over? What do you think?
Of you?
No, of this place. Are we safe here?
Yes, safer than just in the desert.
Guess. I mean, they did give me water, but they said I, better earn it back?
Yeah, I'm noticing these people are like that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense that they really like their water, being that they live in a desert.
Unfortunately, I don't think you can fish.
Oh, suppose you're right. That's a shame. Well, there's not really much I can offer these people then, is there?
Could you weave? Do you know how to weave things?
Right not?
You're a fisherman who doesn't know how to weave baskets and...
I just buy them from the market.
Alexandra just like looks at the ground and is just like, these people confuse me, and she's just sitting in the corner.
I got good rates too. I bring good fish. They give me a discount on baskets and nets, and I suppose they did. Guess I'm not going to
Are
be
you
doing
good
much of
with
that.
children? You seem like a funny...
I suppose I'm not bad with children.
Being a fisherman, do you hear a lot of stories about the sea, about faraway places? Perhaps you could indulge these children in these fantasies.
I wouldn't call them fantasies, lads. I call them stories and legends. Some of them might be true. What?
Even better.
You can try to make the kids happy.
Yeah.
I suppose that's something
Right?
I can do. Yeah.
Don't start talking to them about fish species. That's probably going to bore them.
Oh,
Make it interesting, a little scary, a little...
scary. I think I've had enough of scary for a bit. That was right terrifying what happened to me the other day. Like I almost died like 4 times. A miracle I'm alive.
Yeah, I'm actually impressed and glad.
I hope to keep it that way. I'm not ready to meet my maker yet.
Same here. I don't plan on letting you die.
Well, I appreciate that. I might need you to hold true to that. I don't think I'm going to be able to take care of myself very well in a desert. Yeah, as long as we stay here, we got shelter and water. Yeah, I'll go look for some youngins and see if I can spin them a yarn.
Good idea.
And he sort of like gets up. He still looks pretty tired, and he walks past. He goes, "Well, I guess I'll see you later, Perry. I gotta go
I guess I will.
find some kids to talk to." He sort of scratches his head and walks off down through the caves.
You're doing great work.
I'm
Just
sure
kinda
gonna try.
Harry is then just gonna look over Alexandria and just be like, ah. He's gonna have a tough time.
I I rolled his charisma to see how he did. I'll tell you how that went later.
Oh no.
Big fear, big fear. Are you friends, or what's the
Yeah, we're
relationship
friends.
between you and...
Some would say best
Guppy?
friends. Yes.
best friends?
Yeah, you know, a friend that you have that's your favorite.
Sure, Alexandra says slowly.
Surely you have to know what a friend is, right?
Oh, I'm not stupid. Just not great at friends.
Okay, well, imagine you make a friend, and they are your best friend.
Like a best rival, like the person that you hate the most in the world. But like the
That's
opposite.
the opposite. There you go.
Oh. Okay, I think I get it. So
Unfortunately-
Guppy is your best friend.
Correct. Unfortunately, he's made out of paper, and you could probably knock him out with a punch. So,
It kind of sounds like fun, but because he's your best friend, I won't mess with him.
appreciated.
Is there anything else you wanted to explore? There's actually some hallways and corridors that I found. They weren't kidding when they said that there were guards stationed to stop us.
That's true. We
So
can
what I'm
explore.
wondering is, what are they hiding? What's behind these
Hey, welcome back.
hidden doors and winding halls that we're not allowed to see or hear about?
Well, I'm curious about it, but sadly, I'm not much of the sneak type.
I am, but I don't feel confident sneaking until we know more about the bigger picture. Because if I get caught, then I have a feeling it's the death by sun for me, and I really don't like the sun.
Yeah, I imagine that isn't pleasant. These
Hello.
people don't seem like the classic execution types.
Yeah, perhaps we should head back to our room and make sure that Electra woke up. She was sleeping in. And we can go from there.
Sure.
All
Cool.
right.
You guys head back to your quarters. Alexander, you're getting a hang of walking through these caves. You're sort of figuring it out. And you get back to your quarters, and Electra's awake. I just slept in a little bit.
Morning.
Good morning, Goldilocks.
Had some bad dreams, but I'm alright.
Right?
As long
Yep.
as you're alright, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah, we've been trying to take some steps to see how we can give back and earn a place in this community.
Oh, and what
Check in
have
with
you
Guppy.
found?
I think I'm going to get involved with the hunters and the
Okay.
scouts, and I'm supposed to meet up with them this evening, and we found Guppy, and Guppy's gonna go try to tell some stories to some children.
Oh, that's so cute.
So,
And
That's-
Perry, what about you?
I'm gonna... I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
if you
I'll
need
go.
help with the hunting and the scouting, I can help with that too. I
I'm good
did
with
promise
hunting.
them I'd make them some water, so I'm just going to do a little bit of a retcon and say that I was praying before you got back, and figuring out my spells. But I'm
Oh,
ready.
good.
I'm good at hunting. I mean, people, but can't be that.
I mean, who knows what's out there, like monsters, if you want to tag along, we can both join the hunters, and Electra, if you want to come too.
Yeah, I'd love to join. I don't want to be alone.
Yeah, you can come with. There's 2 groups coming tonight, and I think we'll find out more before they head out.
Perfect.
But that's something
Right.
we can all do.
Maybe if I can try to find either Itmu, Nahira, or Anna, maybe I could help them with their water situation.
You just
So
make water?
I can.
Like
Actually,
how much?
I can make about 10 gallons from one little drop.
And how many times can you cast this magic?
Well, let's say I have 3 powers within me in a day. I can do it up to 3 times. but then I can't do any other magic.
So it's like when I'm trying to kill a rabid dog in the streets, but I only have 3 arrows in my bow.
Yes! And then once it's gone, it's gone. But if you saw like a rabid bunny, you couldn't kill that one if you don't have any arrows.
I'd have to use like my dagger or my...
Exactly!
Yeah, like something else. I'd have to go back and then like get more arrows.
Yes, exactly. And let's say arrows take about 8 hours to make.
Okay, you kind of lost me there, but
Right.
I think
we were there.
it.
We were there. We were on the same page. We're just gonna backtrack to when we were on the same page.
Yeah, I think
Perfect.
I get it.
Right.
Get a lot of favor if you can.
Cool.
Help water.
Yeah, you can certainly go look for any of those people. Everyone, if everyone's going with Electro, everyone can give me a perception check. If it's just Electro, just give me a perception check. Or everyone is going, just give me a perception.
I'll probably be like, Alexandria, you've done some wandering. Do you think maybe you could take me somewhere where they might be?
I think I can
Maybe.
try.
All right.
Yeah, but also with me and Piri's brain, I feel like we can figure it out or track back to where we think they would be. Yeah.
You can just give me an intelligence check. I'll tell you where you need to go if you hit the DC.
Oh,
please. That's another 18.
You were just at the priest's quarters not too long ago, and they had mentioned that they have some things that relate to water that they do.
right.
Should we head out? Is everybody ready?
Perfect.
Oh, also, do you like my new clothes?
What do they look like?
I got some beige underclothes to go under my leather and traded in my Barovian wool and thicker layers.
Oh, it looks stunning.
Thank you.
Really?
Guy that you had encountered there earlier when you had walked through Mohar is actually there again. He came back after he led you or to wherever to Guppy, but now he is there speaking with Nahira.
Good morning.
They're awake. It appears they didn't intend to just lounge around all day. What can we help you with? Or rather, are you here to help us?
Yes, I can help you with some water.
Okay. How do you intend to help us with water?
All right, so first off, I'm going to need like a big, do you have any barrels or a container or something? A big one.
We have, one moment. And she tells Mohar to go grab something. Mohar comes back with a big, urn.
Perfect. All right, and all I need is 1 drop of water, which, do you know if I have like maybe 1 drop of water left?
You
in my
probably,
water
yeah.
skin? All right, which
I have a
got
water skin.
right here, and so she's going to just drip the 1 drop into the bottom of the end, and then she's going to look and she's going to be like, all right, Anna, it's for you. Hi, Dad. All right. And she's going to like swirl her hands around, and this like 1 drop of water as she casts create or destroy water is going to like grow into 10 gallons of water in this urn.
Yeah,
That's a lot of water.
It certainly fills up with water, and you see that the Nahira and Mohar are both impressed. And Nahira goes, "So it wasn't all wind and bluster then, huh? You actually can."
Yeah.
Okay, not bad. That is certainly a way to carry a weight.
Yeah, I thought that might be useful given the surroundings we're in. You know,
Alright.
bone dry.
Well, that will certainly cover your water debt to us. So we are more willing to give you water freely now, as long as you don't overindulge.
Well, I'm also happy to do this every day if you need it.
We, and Nahira looks over to Mohar. We have ways of doing something similar, but we will still take your water, yes.
Absolutely. And then just on that note, she's just gonna like fill her water. It's gonna be like, sorry, I needed some.
Give me a persuasion roll with advantage.
The face you made.
22.
22? Yeah, you can see that the Nahira and Mohar, these two priest-like figures, are definitely impressed, and their gazes soften a bit as they look and converse with you. They don't appear as suspicious towards you anymore.
Oh, well, I'm so happy to hear that. Is there anything else I can do for you right now?
Unless you are capable of helping Mohar here with this anti-venom, then there's nothing really in this space for you to do.
Do you know how long it is until the hunters and the scouts go out?
To be about 7-8 hours.
Oh, well, in that case, Mohar, if there's anything I can do, I'm happy to help you with your anti-venom.
You see, Mohar goes, well, if you're able to make water, maybe you can help me make anti-venom. I don't suppose you have magic for that, huh?
You know what? It's a bit of a Christian. Let me just, don't think so. No, you know what? No. I don't think I do. I have one thing, it's very fancy, but I can freeze something, a drink or food from poison, but I don't think that's what you're looking for.
That is not what we're looking for. However,
Yeah.
I suppose it was wishful thinking. Well, as you can see here, and he gestures to his alchemy set here, we are extracting snake venom, so if you are willing to either try and wrangle a snake and extract some venom yourself, or help here more on the alchemical side with the vials and mixtures, you're more than welcome to assist.
Well, I'm not
Wrangling snake.
necessarily proficient in the alchemy side, but I'm happy to tinker around with it. Wrangling snakes is definitely not my thing. I have a very bad fear of them.
That is not a bad fear to have. Most snakes out here very venomous.
Yeah.
It is certainly kill or be killed in the sands of Sud.
It's the same in Barovia.
Well, where in the world are these people from? I really don't understand. This is not like my hometown, but alright.
Sure. So if you want to try and help with the alchemical side of things, you can certainly do that in a moment. Alexander and Puri, did you have anything you wanted to do?
Wrangle snakes, I guess.
Yeah,
Sure.
if they need some help, I mean...
Can't be that bad.
Dies, both of us die.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So Mara says, okay, I will explain to you how to get to the snake pit where we keep the snakes.
I was literally about to ask, is there a snake pit?
A snake pit!
Snake pit, yes.
Do you mind telling me where that is so I know not to go there?
Yes, of course. And he explains how to get to the snake pit.
Yeah. Electra, commands that to memory.
Right. Okay. Well, if you want to try...
At the rock that has a grey stone in it.
If you want to, I'm sure Banya is down there. I asked her to go fetch some venom today, so she might be down there already doing that. You can certainly go try and assist her. It's always easier with more hands helping. Okay, so we'll just settle the alchemy with a roll real quick. Just give me an intelligence roll.
Oh. Okay. Oh, that's an 18.
Okay, you managed to there was a little bit of snake venom left when you were able to help Mohar get a full anti-venom out of it, which is a clever use of some things. You're like, well, what if I just do this or try that? You know, just things you think maybe this will do something, and he goes, oh, that actually it works surprisingly.
I
So
think
you're able
if you boil it, you'll get some more of the concentrate, and then you can use the
Ah.
concentrate and dilute it in another bottle.
Are you sure you're not an alchemist? This is surprisingly
what?
effective.
I'm actually not, but I think I have some promising future in alchemy.
Well, you're
Wouldn't you say
certainly
so?
welcome to come back later and help. It would be appreciated.
Excellent.
And you see that you gained a little more favor with them by helping out with the antivenom here. Alexandria and Peary, you guys head to the snake bait. You follow the caves and you head to another room that is dug out, and you can see that there is sort of like a well-like structure in the middle of this room with like a wooden lid on top of it. And you can see that there's a woman in hunter's garb here. It's one of the women from the other day. This must be Panya. And she is currently holding a snake in her hand, like holding its fang to like a ceramic container, trying to get it to drip venom into the thing. Yes?
You
Here
know?
to help?
Sure. You will know how to handle snake.
Well,
He's a-
not really, but I'd love to learn.
Okay, so not too difficult. You open lid, reach in, you grab snake behind head as quickly as you can before that snake or any of the other snakes in the pit bite you. Otherwise, you will be bit and poisoned. So you got to be quick, and then you just sort of hold it behind the head to make sure it doesn't screw around and bite you. If you're willing to try that, you certainly can, or you can help each other grab one snake. It's up to you, and then you'll need to. She points over to some containers. Try and get the snake to secrete some venom into there so we can collect it.
Easy peasy.
Okay. So how do you want to approach wrangling some snakes?
Harry's just gonna like go up and attempt that. I guess. But
No questions asked.
Okay. You can give me an animal handling check or an athletics check.
even athletics.
Okay.
$15.
15. That's what you needed. You reach in real quick. You manage to grab one behind the head and you pull it out, and the snake begins squirming around you and wrapping around your arm. Although it's not like a constrictor, so it's not like tight. But you managed to grab a snake.
Adorable.
Could Alexandria grab like the ceramic bowl or like whatever piece is required to get the venom out to like hold to help?
Sure. You grab the container. Go ahead and give me an animal handling check to try to pry its mouth open and get it to secrete some venom.
I'm just holding it. Is that assisting?
Sure.
Plus-
Yeah. You have assistance
Oh.
on that roll.
Because we're both.
Okay, well the first one's still higher. 16. Wait, what did you say it was?
Animal handling.
Okay, 16 plus 1. That is a 17 as I try my
That's
best to pry
certainly
open
enough. You
off.
managed to get a hang of this pretty quickly, and you managed to extract some venom. You're able to do this a couple times with different snakes. You rolled well enough to where you could do that, and you get a fair amount of venom. Anya says, not bad for outsiders. This is not necessarily safe work, but I'm impressed. Well, that pretty much covers this for now. You definitely cut down my workload for the day. Appreciate that. Maybe you'll be covering your water debt after all, huh?
Maybe.
The goal? We're just happy to be here. Alexandra tries to smile like nice, but probably does not do a good job at smiling.
Upon your old insight, she goes, I'm surprised you're happy to be here. It's a harsh place, but each their own, I
Which
guess.
is better than the boat. Overturned boat.
Don't know what you're talking. Oh, yeah, the boat you were fighting
Yeah.
in, like a couple of turtles. Yeah.
Or the tomb full of zombies.
The what?
That too. You know, the tomb where we woke up with all the zombies that tried to, like, kill us before we broke out, and then, like...
No, I have no idea what you're talking... What? Excuse me?
Well, skeletons, more like. But yeah.
Yeah.
You,
Skeletons,
you climb out of a tomb with the awoken dead inside?
Yeah.
Correct.
Well, not, like, with us, but, like, in different ones. Like, they broke out of their own, and we broke out of ours.
You broke out of your what?
We broke out of... Yeah, we each woke up in a respective tomb with a not animated skeleton.
I will have to tell someone about this. You might have wanted to mention that earlier. Okay.
We were just kind of feeling
crazy.
it out. Kind of forgot, it was like very intense. You know how those moments go, but if there's somebody you would like us to talk to, I'd happily recount.
I would go
all the
speak
details.
to Nihira or Atamu as soon as you can. That is relevant information that they're undead within a couple miles of our home.
Okay. We
It
can do
seemed
that.
hard
right?
at the time, but understood.
Yeah, we were trying just not to die, but we're on it.
That's fair. Okay. So, what is your goal now? What are you doing?
Oh,
We're
do we
probably
reach the bed?
Yeah.
What was that? The audio cut out. I didn't hear you.
Bring the venom.
Oh, you're bringing the venom Mohar?
Yeah.
Cool.
While we're heading back, Perry might just like mention, like, we're the ritual or whatever that was happening in there. In the tomb.
Yeah, I was thinking about that
Probably
too,
not
but
Yeah, they're probably not gonna like that.
no, but what if somebody here was the ones that did it?
Good point.
I think we need to be careful and watch the reactions and things
As
like
you
that.
start talking about the ritual, you all notice now, as it occurs to you, that you had those markings on your hands. They're no longer there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, that's strange.
Possibly concerning.
Yes. We should go find them. We should go find Electra so that we can take care of this so that we have time to go with the scouts and hunting later.
Agreed.
Cool.
All right.
So you head back to the priest quarters. You find Electra doing surprisingly well with alchemy there, just about wrapping up a dose of anti-venom. Mohar is giving her some praise, and you both step into the room. Oh, yeah, Beck, how were the snakes?
Easy.
Okay, you have venom?
We do.
Yeah.
Thanks from you. Well, not bad. That's a usable amount of venom. Okay. Surprisingly helpful today. Not expecting that.
Why does
just-
no one think that we can be of use and that we're helpful? Why does everybody assume that us outsiders just want to sit around and do nothing?
Because in Harakir there are those like us who's chosen who live in the desert, who live the hardest life, and then there are those who live in the city of Mukhar, who live on a body of water, one of the oases. They live a much easier life than we do, but also closer to the gods. So there is an assumption that if you are not a person who grew up in the desert or lives in the desert, that the desert would consume you. Albeit we are kind of helping you by giving you shelter and water, but not convinced yet you'd survive on your own out there, but at least you're able to carry some weight around here, yeah?
That's what I do for a living.
You carry things for a living?
Sort of.
Okay, we don't really have a lot of things to carry. I mean, you can carry stuff back on the hunt, I guess, if that's what you can do.
I have more kill or incapacitate people and bring them to people that want them.
Oh, so you're a hunter then, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hunters will certainly appreciate that. All right, well, I'm pretty much covered here, unless you'd like to, speak, you would like to stay and help me with more of these anti-venoms, but I've already been help.
Well, I think we got just a few more hours until the hunters go out. Guys, is there anybody else we need to see or talk to?
We should probably go find those speakers.
Oh,
that's
Etnu
and
Nahira.
Yeah, and possibly tell them a little bit more about the circumstances.
Mojo looks up. You're looking for speakers? I am one of Suit's speakers myself. What are you looking for?
We kind of woke up in a really bad situation. We were in like a tomb, a burial ground.
Okay.
And there were skeletons that tried to
They
kill
were
us.
like alive, but they were
dead.
dead.
You could say they were undead.
Do you think this was because you disturbed the resting place of the dead?
I'm
There
not
was
sure.
also some strange circles and a possible. I can read a language known as Infernal.
I see.
There was some possibly dark magic that we are thinking could maybe be the reason why we were all plucked from our respective lands and realms and brought here for some reason.
I do not know of any magic that would be capable of such a thing, but it is not unheard of for someone not of Harkia to find themselves in this place. Anha was like you once, except she was not found in the desert. She was found here in the caves, so she was directly sent to us by Suit. So she is our herald. Or so we believe.
This the girl in blue?
Yes.
Huh.
She is like you, I believe. What was Electra?
Hey,
She has a connection to Suit. He draws on his power. Although hers is more potent than our speakers, we touch but the hem of Suit's fabric, but she is able to grasp his hand, as it were.
do you know how she got those powers and how she came to be with Suit?
She said she knew nothing of Suit when she first came to us, but she had divine magic like you, but different, and it could only have been from Suit. The other gods, possible, yes, but I mean, her being in this place with us, I mean, she has to be sent to us by Suit, so we assume that her magic comes from Suit.
Right. Interesting. Huh. So, do you think we need to still talk to the other speakers about what happened and the sort of ritual and maybe the necromancy that was going on in that
If
burial?
you think of something else relevant to that situation, maybe bring it up, but I think I understand the gist of it. It is not unheard of for uh, tomb robbers to disturb the dead and for them to rise and repel the thieves. So that could be what happened there.
Okay.
Still, it is not a non-concern that this happened so close to home, yeah?
Yeah, I'd hate for your people to be affected by something that was so terrible to us.
Right. That would, yes, be something we would want to avoid. Well, I will still relay this information to Nahira and the other speakers. Thank you for bringing this to our attention.
Can I roll an insight to see if he is going to actually pass that on?
Sure.
Oh, hold on. I probably can't tell anyways. That's an 11.
It seems like what he's saying is what he's gonna do, probably. He does, like, at first, the way you're describing it, he seemed more concerned, but then the more you described, the more he kind of seemed, this is probably just people in a tomb, and then the gods don't like trespassing in the tombs, so probably the undead rose to fend off thieves. Probably what happened. He'll still relay it, though, is what you think.
Okay. That's the vibe I'm getting. Oh, well, thank you then. And I had a letter forward with this alchemy, so maybe I'll pop by in another day and help you out again.
Your help would be welcome, Electra.
Yes, but thank you, Mila.
Okay. I will see you later, I suppose.
Of course.
Okay. May Sud be with you.
And also with you.
Yeah, oh, yes, he is with me, yes.
Well, yeah, don't mind me, Milan will be with you.
What?
Nothing.
Okay, do you have any other business here, or...?
No, sorry, we're taking up your time.
Right, I'm gonna get back to the anti-venom. It is a valuable commodity to have.
Nice. Alright.
Okay.
Where should we go?
I mean, we still have some time. I don't know if we want to just go walk around, see if we can find Guppy. And just
Oh, yeah.
wander until...
I wouldn't bring him on the scouting or hunting mission.
No, but just like to check in with him and see how he's feeling and see how story time went.
Yeah. I'm sure that went great.
I like stories.
Sure. So you guys head off, you wind through the tunnels a bit, and eventually you head back to that opening, the ravine, where there's actually some light coming in. And there's that single gnarled tree in the middle. You see standing at the tree, there's a couple children sitting around on the floor by Guppy. You see it, like, most of them are kind of like glazed over. There's like two of them that are asleep. There's only like one vaguely paying attention. And you see Guppy like goes, "Oh, Penny and your friends. Well, how's your day been?"
Milk, some steak for Venom, and that's about it.
Okay. I've been talking to these youngsters here. They, well, I tried to tell them about my stories at sea. Problem is they, don't know what a sea is, so they don't really understand a lot of things I'm talking about.
Oh, I think I might be able to tell some stories, and she's gonna like look at the kids and like
Did you tell
get
them
their attention.
what the ocean is?
Yeah, I told them it was, just a lot of water that just sort of goes on and on and on for almost forever. And they, called me a liar. And then I said, no, I'm from somewhere where that's a thing. And they said, well, if I haven't seen it, then it isn't real. I say, well, you got me there.
My God.
So...
Kids are brutal.
Yeah,
Well, maybe-
What's up?
Maybe Electra here can help.
Oh, Well, you can certainly try. Stories about the sea haven't been going so well, so
Well,
maybe switch it up a bit, yeah?
hi there, little mates.
Hello?
I heard my friend Guppy here was trying to tell you about the sea,
We
which
don't
doesn't
believe
really
him.
make sense.
It's not real.
Alright, well, there's a lot of things that aren't real and a lot of things that are real, and I'm here to tell you a real story about a distant place called Arcadia. Now, this is the place where I grew up before I ended up here. Did you guys all grow up here?
Yep,
Yep.
we grew up
You like
here
it here,
and
you don't like it here.
it is all we know.
It's all you know. Well, I'm going to help you because my place is actually just a smidgen similar to here. Lots of sand, lots of sun and heat. And we all dress actually fairly similar to you. Lots of people. We're not necessarily fighting for our lives, but we do a lot of fighting, a lot of training in arenas. Do you know what an arena is?
We need to roll just to see if they do. I have no idea what that is.
Alright, arena is like a big room, bigger than this room. And it's where everybody piles in and we fight each other just for fun. And nobody gets hurt, but we fight just for fun. Isn't it weird?
Fun. That's not smart, yes? You spill blood, that's waste of water, yeah?
No, we don't actually get hurt.
How you fight and not hurt?
Well, it's more like just for show.
Show who?
My dad! So, I have a really cool dad. He's actually really nice. Do you guys have dads? Please
Yes.
tell me you have dads. Yes, good.
Most
Look,
of
we're
them.
relating to each other already. Look, see? Similar stories. Now, I was a little baby on a different place called Mullerand, which actually sounds kind of close to that guy's name, isn't it? Yeah, one of those speakers, Muller. Yeah, right? Anyway, so I was a little baby, and then this guy, this like god, came and took me, and then I grew up in Arcadia, which was this glorious, beautiful place. Actually, I think your place is a little bit more beautiful.
You think Sansa suit's beautiful? I mean, it is Sansa suit, so it's not bad. It is suit's dwelling, so it's not good either. It's hard life here.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure you guys have been through the absolutely most grueling times. And let me tell you, Suit definitely know what they're doing when they set you up here because it is stunning. The only thing I would change is no snakes.
Well, we have snake to make anti-venom. Without snake to make anti-venom, no anti-venom. And then when hunter bit by snake, they die.
Yes. Now, I can see you're being very analytical about things. Maybe we don't have an imagination, and that's totally okay.
But we imagine. Why?
But it's like an escape.
Why you wish to escape? There is no escape. Escape
Well,
where?
Sometimes in our minds, it's just nice to picture somewhere else. Like sometimes, even though I never knew them, I like to imagine I was with my birth parents.
You not know your parents?
Nope. I know, well, my dad, but he's technically my adoptive dad. He's not my real dad. And even though I wish I knew them, I'm so happy that I have my dad on her.
Not all of us have a father or mother anymore. Sometimes people die, it happened. But Etemu is warder as each year. He is all our father. And Dechira is the matron. She is all our mother. So even if we lose our parent who birthed us, we have other parent.
Right? Family's not just blood. It's always never what you expect, isn't it?
Suit's chosen is suit's chosen.
Well, you are definitely chosen, and I am choosing to end this story time because I don't think imagination is a thing here. But tomorrow, after I go out with the scouts, I'll come back with a story.
Okay, maybe you tell us how hunt go, yes?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay, we hear those stories, yes, we hear those stories. They tell us how hunt goes. They say, we found a hyena or scorpion, and we kill it and bring it back. Here is food. And we say, it's good food we have.
Well, we really need to get you guys this really awesome thing called a childhood. It's really fun.
We are children already. We cannot be more than one child.
Oh, goodness. All right. You know what? I'm going to dip out. Guppy, I totally get where they're coming from.
Yeah, they're a hard crowd.
Yeah, they're really hard crowd. I really thought I was coming in strong talking about Arcadia because it's like so much fun and everyone thinks it's actually crazy. But that just went over there.
Give me a persuasion roll with advantage.
Ooh, I rolled advantage, right? I got a 4 and a 5. That is a 9 total.
Yeah, they don't really understand a lot of what you're saying. It went about over just like a hair bit better than it did for Guppy. There's only like one kid that fell asleep on you.
There we go.
But otherwise they like listen. It was just like not like the wires weren't connecting. Yeah. Cool. But you can see that they like don't dislike talking with you.
That's all I wanted.
Gotcha.
All you need in life.
Guppy, I commend you for being here for as long as you did.
Yeah, well, it's all about all I can do, so I guess I'll keep at it. Maybe I'll make something. Nope, they don't have imagination. I'll figure something out.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe a puppet show.
You know, I don't think that's within my capabilities, to be honest.
You have to be good at something else. Like
I'm good at fishing. That's about what I do.
About as far out as these kids can understand.
I think Peary can vouch for that. I don't really. It's about it's my thing. It's a fish.
Well, I'm just gonna turn to the nearest kid. Do you even know what a fish is?
We heard story of scale thing that like snake swim in water. Yes.
Well, there you go, Peter. There you go, Guppy.
That's not a lot to work with, but it's better than nothing. I will do my best. No promises. If anything, I think I'll be able to put them to sleep, but something tells me that's not something parents here are concerned with as much as they are having their children be ready to kill creatures.
Yeah.
Half of these youngsters have been on hunts. One of them said he helped kill a giant hyena. What is a giant hyena? What does that mean?
A hyena that's
really, really
How big? What place have we found ourselves in? Where there's giant hyenas? And what is a hyena?
Oh, Guppy.
Well,
Dog.
Is they got giant dogs here? You know, Perry, I think I'm liking being inside this cave a little bit more now that I think about it. It's probably a lot better than outside, yeah?
I mean, it's warmer, I guess, out here.
Right. Well, as long as there's no giant dogs in the cave, I think I'll be okay.
There are no giant dogs in the cave.
Hopefully.
I mean, not seen any.
Who knows? I've seen something, but...
What?
I'm sorry.
You seen a giant dog?
I don't know if
don't mess with me, Elf.
Dog. But I would just watch your corners, Guppy. Watch your corners.
You can't say things like that to me. I'm gonna have a heart attack when I round a corner and I just bump into a person. I'm just gonna die on the spot. I'm gonna have a heart attack.
That's on you, not me.
You've put fear in my heart, woman. I don't know what to do with this information. You're not really help. I'm gonna go think about what I'm gonna tell these kids. I'll see you later. Please don't say anything else as I walk away. That will be not appreciated. Teddy, I wish you well.
Have a good one with the kids.
I probably won't. The kids go, he's not very, he talks about things that are lies. He's liar, yes? Not a liar, you just don't know what an ocean is. And Guppy heads off.
Not a liar. Hold on. Don't destroy my reputation just yet.
So I will say that you guys, unless there's anything pressing you want to do, time will have passed to where it's towards the evening, and the hunting party was getting ready to discuss their plan of action.
Cool. Head up there.
Cool. So
Wherever
you return to the scouts' quarters, where the suit's arrows are, and you see that there were the 3 from earlier that you first encountered. I think you only know 2 of their names, though. There's Edfu and Panya. There's a 3rd that was mentioned, and there's a couple other people there. It looks like there's 2 groups of 3. There's Edfu's group and Nazim's group, and they're sort of discussing things, and they look up as you walk in and go, Edfu says, "No, you actually decided to show up, huh? So you decided to come, yes?"
We all have.
Yep. Here to help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I am heading east myself. We've heard from some of our other scouts that have come back that they've seen... Never mind. Potential people encroaching upon our territory from the east. I use the term people loosely. So, heading east, we just want to make sure that our territory is secure and we are not in immediate threat. Nazim's group heading to the west is going to inspect the area sort of leading out of these canyons into the open desert and try and on the way back do a hunt for meat.
What does Edfu and the other one that's leading the other party, how do you pronounce
Nazim?
their name? Azim?
Nazim, Nazeem.
Nazim, okay. What do each of them look like?
Yeah, so Nazim has the sides of his head are bald. He's got like hair down the middle that goes into a long braid of black hair. He doesn't have any facial hair. He appears to be in his like mid-20s, maybe late 20s. And Edfu has short, tousled, black hair, stubbly facial hair. And he's a bit taller than Nazim. Nazim's about 5'8". Edfu's about 5'10". They're both muscular, well-built, a bit lean on water weight, obviously. But yeah.
How old does Edfu?
Edfu appears to be probably mid to early 30s.
Right.
So, who would you like to go with? It doesn't really matter to us, but we will see what you can do, yeah?
I would like to go check out the group that's going to the west.
Okay. Was the inspection of open desert area and hunt on the way back, yes?
Yeah.
Understood. You two.
Yeah, I think that would be kind of fun. I'd love to
Yeah.
see what a hunt looks like.
Okay. All 3 of you go with Nazim. Sounds good. Nazim, you handle this? Nazim goes, Yes, I will take outsiders on the hunt with us. I will report back when we return. Let you know how they did out there in the desert. I don't have high expectations. And some of the hunters chuckle.
What?
All right.
I'm
well,
sorry.
thanks.
You wish to, you have something to say, Elf?
No, I don't. I just think it's funny how quickly you judge our capabilities knowing nothing about us or our skills.
You're not from desert. You from desert? You know how to live in desert. You're not from desert, you die. Not much else to discuss.
The fundamentals of killing is still the same, regardless.
I can't
of
find
the
anything to kill. You also die, yeah?
Alexandra just like just looks at him like, who does he like? What? So annoyed, but now very excited to prove this
Prove him
Cool.
wrong.
out guy wrong. We got this, team.
Cool.
Yeah, we do.
And with that decision to head west on the hunt, we will end today's session there and resume next week
I'm
with
excited.
the party's first jaunt out into the open desert to see what this place is really like.
That was fun. I liked getting to meet all those people.
Glad.
I'm
Okay.
excited, guys. We gotta do good. We gotta do good.
We're already like
Yeah.
doing everything. They're like, yeah, you can make your like companions and like be nice by helping us out. And we're like, hey, tell us every way we can help you and we'll do it.
Pretty much. I will say that Mohar and Dahira have both equally been impressed by your alchemy and conjuring of water. In addition, Panya, one of the hunters, acknowledges that you can at least handle snakes, which was helpful for collecting venom. So you've made a bit of an impression on a few people.
Yeah.
So all's well.
Wait till they see me kill something.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna bring the stream to a close, and barring any wild events and unfortunate calamities, we will be back here again Sunday